All right, peace and blessings, everybody. I just got back from the post office box on my daily run to see what kind of prisoner mail I got. It's Tuesday, January the 9th, 2018, and I wanted to share something with you guys. This letter is from the Department of Justice. It's initialed MR and TC, whatever that means. And inside this letter was my envelope that I mailed to Schaeffer Cox. It's postmarked December the 6th, so it's over a month now that it's been returned. And let's read what they have to say. Give me just a second. Hold the camera and... All right, here we go. It's to Rudy and Aaron from the United States Penitentiary, Department of Justice up at the top, Federal Bureau of Prisons in regards to Francis Schaeffer Cox. Correspondence with inmate returned. Your correspondence to the above named inmate is being returned. This correspondence was not delivered to the inmate because your correspondence promotes and encourages activities related to criminal activities, escapes, and other behavior detrimental to the orderly running of the institution. Program Statement 5265.11 states the warden may reject correspondence sent by or to an inmate if it is determined detrimental to the security, good order, or discipline of the institution. Let's look at the letter that was included that I sent to Mr. Schaeffer Cox. I sent him a printout of a retired guard with 32 years of service at Marion Prison, which happens to be the prison that Schaeffer is in. There was only 2 pieces of paper in this letter that I sent to Schaeffer, and it is simply a transcript of what, I think his name is David Lehman. He has a YouTube video called As the Key Turns, where he makes videos. Well, David Lehman, who is a guard at CMU prison, a retired guard, decided to make a video about Schaeffer Cox. He titled it, True USP Story, Schaeffer Cox Legal Way to Escape Prison. He said the legal way, and he talks about using lawful protest, standing outside the prison and petitioning our elected officials. Okay, and this letter is simply a transcript of what David Lehman said in his video because I wanted Schaeffer to hear what a retired guard said in a video, a public video about Schaeffer Cox. That's all it was. It was not a letter for Schaeffer to illegally escape. If you look at the video, I'm sure it's up on YouTube now. It says the legal way to escape freedom. I'm going to ask my wife to hold the camera. And I would like to charge, given that they have blocked my communication with Schaeffer, Mr. Warden True, if I'm not mistaken, I would like to officially charge Mr. Warden True with misprision of a felony, which is a treasonous knowledge of criminal behavior and failing to act upon it. I would also like to charge him with aiding and abetting criminal behavior from the Joint Terrorism Task Force, headquartered out of Virginia. And I would also like to charge Mr. True with operating a criminal institution known as the CMU prison, which was not funded by Congress. It was not put together with the oversight of Congress. Congress has acknowledged that, and I have the letter. The penalty for these crimes, once you're convicted in the court of law, is to be hung by a rope until dead once you're convicted. That's the charges that I would like to charge Mr. True with. He has blocked my communication to my good friend Schaeffer Cox. He has no care whatsoever of the emotional distress that it has caused me, the fact that it's illegal as hell, and I have an incredibly clean criminal record. I have no criminal record is what I should say. I have no criminal record whatsoever. He has no evidence whatsoever that I'm going to be conducting criminal behavior with Schaeffer Cox, and yet he's decided to block my communication when in fact everything that I said is true. He is operating a criminal institution. He has kidnapped and holding innocent people and torturing them in an institution that was not approved nor funded by Congress. He is aiding and abetting criminal behavior in the Department of Justice and the Joint Terrorism Task Force headed out of Virginia, and he is misprision of a felony. He knows about all this and he refuses to take action or do anything about it. He is the criminal, and once, like I said, once he is convicted in a court of law, he should be hung by a rope until dead. And that's my position on the matter. And he can continue to block my letters and paint me as a criminal for what his own guards that work at the prison for 32 years, get out of the prison They make a video, I send their transcript to a prisoner, and he won't let it go in, calling me a criminal, that I'm trying to facilitate criminal behavior. Warden True, you are the criminal, and you will be held accountable, if not in this world, which I pray it is in this world. You will be held accountable by God Almighty, who holds all men accountable, and I will be crying, just like Revelation said, vengeance, vengeance, vengeance.
Stop it. It won't stop.